Hello everyone, I welcome you all in the C Programming and Data Structures lecture. In this presentation, we will discuss this program on palindromes. That is, we will write a program to check whether a string is palindrome or not. So without any further delay, let's get started. Let's first see the problem statement. Let's say someone has provided a string of characters formed with all A's and B's. This is an assumption that someone has provided a string of characters. This means we are available with a string of all A's and B's. The string is marked with a special character X, okay, which represents the middle of the string like this, AAA X BBB. This X represents the middle of this string. Similarly, this X represents the middle of the string, ABABA, ABAB, and so on, okay. And we must note this, that it is always the case that a string is always marked with this special character. So this character actually represents the middle of the string. With all this information, write a program to check whether the given string is a palindrome or not. Now we will write a program to check whether the given string is a palindrome or not. That is, the string which has been provided to us in this form is a palindrome or not. Please note that the problem needs to be solved through a linked list implementation of stacks only. We can only use linked list implementation of stacks. We cannot go for array implementation of stacks. Fine? So we have to write a program to check whether the given string is palindrome or not with the help of stacks. So without any further delay, let's move on. First, we will understand what is a palindrome. We'll try to understand the meaning of palindrome. A palindrome string is a sequence of characters which reads the same backward as forward. Simple. If you read the string from forward direction, that means from left to right, then it is same as reading it from backward, that is right to left. So this is a special kind of a string, okay? According to the problem, we are given with a string of characters formed with all A's and B's with a special character X representing the middle of the string. For example, we have a string like this ABABA X ABABA. You can see this string is formed of all A's and B's, and obviously we have a special character X which represents the middle of the string, right? Now we have to check whether this string is palindrome or not. For this, we must read the string from left to right and then right to left. In this way, we can check whether the given string is palindrome or not. Okay? But there is another way. Instead of reading this whole string from left to right and then right to left, we can actually read the string from this character till the middle of the string is reached, and then from this character till the middle of the string is reached. Okay? We'll still read this whole string from left to right, but this time we'll actually stop when the middle of the string is reached. Okay? This means that we must start reading from this character first, A, B, A, B, A, and then stop because the middle of the string is reached. After this, we must start reading from this character, A, B, A, B, A, and then stop because the middle of the string is reached. You can see this, that here we have A, B, A, B, A, and here also we have A, B, A, B, A. Therefore, there is no doubt that this string is actually a palindrome. According to the definition, a palindrome string is a sequence of characters which reads the same backward as forward. And this is the reason why I'm saying this, that this string is actually a palindrome. In this way, we can check whether a string is palindrome or not. Now we will write a program to check whether a string is palindrome or not with the help of a stack. But before writing a program, it is important to demonstrate the idea behind writing the program. How to write a program to check whether a string is palindrome or not. We have to use stack for this purpose. Let's see how. Let's say we have this example and we want to check this whether this string is palindrome or not. ABABA X ABABA. We know that this string is a palindrome. But we will try to understand how to write a program to check whether this string is palindrome or not. For this, we need a stack, and the idea is very simple. Read the characters from left to right, okay? And as you have encountered a character, just push that character onto the stack. So here we have encountered this character, and now we will simply push this character onto the stack. Now let's continue, and now we can see that we have reached this character. We'll simply push this character onto the stack. Then we will push this character onto the stack, then this character, then this character, right? Now we have reached the middle of the string, isn't that so? We know that the middle of the string is always marked with capital X. What we will do at this point? We will not push this character onto the stack. We'll simply skip this character. Okay. Now after reaching the middle of the string, we have to read the rest of the characters, right? Now we'll again go and read the characters from left to right, but this time while reading the characters, we'll pop the elements out of the stack one by one and compare them with these characters. Got it? Now after reading this capital X, we will read this character. Now we will check, is pop equal to A? Is pop, which means is this character is equal to this character? Is this the case? Yes, you can see that this character is equal to this character, right? This pop function will return the topmost element of the stack. You can see the topmost element is A. Now we are checking, is this topmost element equal to A? Yes, you can see this, that this topmost element is equal to A. Therefore, there is no problem. We can continue. We just simply pop this element out of the stack. Now let's continue reading the characters. This time we'll read this character. Is pop equal to B? Again, we will ask this question. Is pop equal to B? Yes, you can see this, that this character is equal to B. Therefore, we will not do anything. We will continue. Okay. Now let's check whether this character is equal to this character. Again, they are equal. Therefore, do nothing. Just continue. Is this character equal to this character? Do nothing. Continue. Is this character equal to this character? Yes, of course, they are equal. Continue. Now you can see the current status of the stack. The stack is empty. Therefore, the given string is a palindrome. The idea is simple, right? Now, let's see one more example. Let's say we have the string ABXAB. Okay. Let's read the characters one by one. First, we will read this character and we'll push this onto the stack. Then we will read this character and push this onto the stack. Simple. After this, we have reached the middle of the string. So we'll simply skip this character. And now we will read this character. This time we will check whether the topmost element of the stack is equal to this character or not. You can see this, they are not equal, right? Is pop equal to A? You can see this, that the topmost element of the stack is not equal to this character. Hence, this string is not a palindrome. Got it? This string is not a palindrome. This character is not equal to this character. And you can also check this on your own. If you read it from left to right, this is AB. But if you read this string from right to left, this is BA, not AB. That's why this string is not a palindrome. And we can check this with the help of the stack. It's very simple, right? Now let's write the program. In this main function, you can see that we are available with this S. This is nothing but representing an array of characters. And I'm assuming that the maximum size of this array must be 100. Okay. So this is my assumption. And you can see I have declared an array over here. This is the pictorial representation of array. After this, I'm calling this printf function to print this message on the screen. Please enter the string. I want to store the whole string in this array. That's it. Okay. In this way, the user will see the message, please enter the string, right? And then after this, user will enter the string and will store that string in this character array, right? Let's say user has entered the string ABAXABA. So this string will get stored inside this character array, right? Now we will call this palindrome check function, and to this palindrome check function, we'll pass this whole array. Actually, passing S means passing the whole array. Name of the array always represents the address of the first element of the array. Here passing the address of the first element is equivalent to passing the whole array. So to this palindrome check function, we are passing the address of the first element. And here this palindrome check function will receive that address through this pointer, right? Here you can see now we have this whole array available in this palindrome check function. Now here I have declared a variable I and I have initialized it to 0. Okay. After this, we have this while loop. And in this while loop, I'm checking this condition. Is SI equal to capital X? What do we mean by this? We want this while loop for the purpose of traversal. We have to read all the characters from left to right until we reach X, right? That is why this condition is required. Is SI equal to X? If at all it is the case that SI is equal to X, we'll get outside of this while loop. Otherwise, we'll continue to read the characters, right? So here, if SI is not equal to X, then we will push that particular character onto the stack and will increment our I variable so that we can read the next character, right? Let's understand this piece of code line by line. First, let us assume that we are available with the stack. And here I'm checking this condition. Is SI equal to X? Is it true that SI is equal to X? No, you can see this, that SI is not equal to X. What is I? I is 0, right? And SI is this element. SI, this character, is not equal to this character. Therefore, we can get inside this while loop and we can push this character onto this stack. right? And this is how our stack looks like after pushing this element onto the stack. Now we can increment our I variable. Now this becomes 1. After this, we'll again check this condition. Is Si equal to X? No, Si is not equal to X. Therefore, we can get inside this while loop. We can push this element onto the stack. And then after this, we can increment our I variable. This becomes 2. Again, we'll check, is Si equal to X? That is S2 equal to X? S2 is this character. S2 is not equal to X. Therefore, we can get inside this while loop. We can push this element onto the stack. And then we will increment our I variable. And it becomes 3. Now we'll check, is S3 equal to X? Yes, you can see that S3 is equal to X. So we will get outside of this while loop. Isn't that so? We have reached the middle of the string. Now we are done with pushing all the elements onto the stack. Now we will simply skip this character. It is important that we must not push this element onto the stack, right? That's why we have to skip it. For this purpose, I have to put this line of code, that is I++. In this way, the I becomes 4. And now we will read this character. After this, the next step is we need one more while loop, right? Of course, we have to pop these elements one by one out of the stack now. And we have to compare them with these characters. For this purpose, we need this while loop, while Si, right? And in this while loop, we will check this condition. If is empty, if stack is empty, we are trying to compare all these elements with these elements, right? Here we have to check this, is stack empty? If at all it is the case that stack is empty, this means that we haven't pushed anything onto the stack and we have reached the middle of the string, right? And we are trying to pop an element out of the stack, which is not possible. That's why if this condition is satisfied, or if it is the case that Si is not equal to pop, we are already aware about this case. If it is the case that this element is not equal to this element, then we will print this message on the screen. That is not a palindrome. And we will exit with exit failure status. Otherwise, we will simply increment our I variable. We'll continue, right? So let's check this. Si. We know that Si is A. So we can continue. If is empty or Si not equal to pop. Is empty is false. Stack is not empty. Si is not equal to pop is also false. You can see this, that this character is equal to this character. Hence, this message will not get printed on the screen, and obviously this element will get popped out of the stack, right? After this, of course, we will evaluate this line of code, that is I++. This becomes 5. Now we'll again check this. Si, this is true. We'll get inside. Now we'll again check this. Again, you can see that B is equal to B. Therefore, this message will not get printed. And after this, of course, this element gets popped out of the stack. Here, I++ will get evaluated, which means this becomes 6. Now we will again check this. This is again true. We'll get inside. We'll check this condition. Again, this condition is false because this character is equal to this character. And we know that this element will get popped out of stack, and after this, I will get incremented, and now this becomes 7. And then after this, we'll again check this. This time this is false. We have reached the end of the string, right? Now we can get outside of this while loop and we can print this message on the screen. Palindrome. Everything is fine up to this point, right? Our stack is also empty and our string is also finished. So it is clear that this string is palindrome, right? So we know that this message will get printed on the screen and process return 0 will also get printed on the screen. Now let's execute the complete code. Here you can see this is the complete program. We must have a struct node, then we have isEmpty function. We have a push function. You can see over here in the struct node, there is a global declaration of top pointer, right? We just need this top pointer. That's why I've declared it globally. And here we have a pop function. We have a peek function also, which will return the topmost element of the stack. Although this peek function is not at all required. Then we have this palindrome check function, and this function is capable enough to check whether a string is palindrome or not, right? And inside this main function, you can see the same thing which we have seen in the presentation. Now let's execute this. Let's enter a string A, B, A, B, A, X, A, B, A, B, A. You can see the string is palindrome, right? Now let's execute this once again. This time, let's say I have entered this character, then A, B, A. Not a palindrome. You can see this is not a palindrome at all, right? Let's execute this code once again. This time let's enter the string ABAX. Oh, that's a problem. You can see that the output is palindrome, but this is not a palindrome, right? So let's see what's the problem in our code. You can see this, that here we are checking if stack is empty or SI is not equal to pop, then print not a palindrome. After reading all these characters from left to right and after reaching the middle of the string, we haven't found anything. That's why this while loop will not get evaluated. Hence we will reach at this point and obviously we will get this message palindrome. Here we need one more line of code. If is empty. Okay. If stack is empty, then print palindrome. Fine. Otherwise, print not a palindrome. You have to put this inside the else block. Correct? Let's execute this code once again. Let's enter a string ABAX. Not a palindrome. Of course, this is not a palindrome, right? If stack is empty, then definitely the string is palindrome. If stack is not empty, then the string is not a palindrome. As simple as that. Here you can see after evaluating this piece of code, we will have all these elements onto the stack. But after this X, we have no element. Therefore, this while loop will not get evaluated. Hence, the stack is not empty. Therefore, it is clear that if stack is empty, then it means that we have popped all these elements out of the stack and we have compared all these characters with the rest of the string. But here, after X, we have nothing. Therefore, all the elements are there in the stack only. And hence, this condition is not satisfied. Hence, it is important to put this condition. If stack is empty, then we will print palindrome. Otherwise, we'll print not a palindrome. Fine. So this is a small change required over here. Okay. Let's execute this code once again. And this time let's check ABAX BAB. This is not a palindrome, of course, right? I hope this code is clear to you now. Okay friends, this is it for now. Thank you for watching this presentation.